Hi Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your April 2025 full moon reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my websites, danehartguidedmessages.com or daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. All right, Sagittarius. So let's talk about this moon for a minute. It is the pink moon, which I love because one of my favorite colors is pink and green. Those are my things. So we have the pink moon. We have it being a full moon in Libra. It's also a micro moon, so it is the furthest away from the Earth for 2025, which is awesome. This is a very chill moon. It brings tremendously beautiful energy. It brings a sense of balance, a sense of beauty. It heightens our relationships. Also, I mean, it's wonderful that we are coming out of a Mercury retrograde and we're coming out of a Venus retrograde. Libra is ruled by Venus, so it feels like, oh my gosh, I'm coming home. Like, this is fantastic. So this is going to be a very powerful, very good, very, uplifting moon for us. So let's see what the cards have to say. We have the Messenger of Earth. This is the Knight of Pentacles. So this is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but it's also slowly and steadily moving forward. Now, at the center of us can be an Earth sign energy that's moving slowly and steadily, and we can be getting frustrated with that, right? Whereas a fire sign energy, we're the second fastest moving night. This is the slowest moving night. So we can get a little bit overwhelmed. It's like, okay, can we just move it along? But we can also be feeling that way around money or what we value as much as money. We're like, oh my gosh, just move it along. Let's go a little bit faster. But what we're building is something very long-lasting and very positive and very prosperous. So it is going to take time to build the really good foundation. So just keeping that in mind during this time is going to be important, because we have the Aries sun, right? We're in an Aries sun, we're in a Libra moon. They balance each other beautifully, right? But they can also contradict each other with the energy. And since we are a fire sign, Aries is a fire sign, we can play more into the independence, the fast moving of Aries, right? And kind of want to push aside the balancing, the collaborative energy of Libra. So just be mindful about this during this time. Okay, Spirit is also saying somebody is coming across, and it's an energy that's coming forward very much as codependent. It's not collaborative, it's codependent, and that is annoying you. So just the acknowledgement of that, where it's like, okay, I need to step back from this. That's going to be important here too, and slowly and steadily move forward in your prosperity. It moves us then to the challenge, and it's the Fool. It's taking that leap of faith. It's going after what it is that you want, and it's not caring if other people think of you as foolish. If other people have opinions, they're going to have opinions. Now it's time to jump. Now it's time to go after what it is that you want, Sagittarius, boldly and proudly. I mean, you're ruled by Jupiter, right? Jupiter is the Roman name for Zeus. And here it's like you're ruled by greatness. So let your greatness show, and you have to take risks. That's just part of who you are. It moves us then to where we need to focus during this time. And it's the Page of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. But this is inspiration coming and really speaking to your heart in the most unlikely of places. It's like you have this inspiration coming to you and you're like, what? Here? Like, what? Like, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. But wow, wasn't expecting this. So just be aware of it, keeping your mind open, keeping a little notebook or the notepad open on your phone, very important for this time, but also knowing that you're going to be looking at things very differently than you have before. And it's going to be inspiring you. It's going to be pushing you forward. And you're also going to find that there is a very creative energy around you. Now, it can be a person who is very creative that is like helping you see things differently, but there's also a very creative, like spiritual energy, either somebody who has passed on, who is always their energy was always very young. Now, hopefully it wasn't a young person. If it was, I do apologize, but their energy is coming forward. I do apologize that happened, not that they're coming forward, because that's brilliant. That's absolutely beautiful. But here it is the sense of like adding whimsy to it, like add the bit of the like, oh wow, I wasn't expecting that. It's like the unexpected coming forward. So either this was a young person, or this was a person who always, or who learned to be just very much like, I don't care what you think, I'm embracing the fun and the joy in my life, and I'm living for me. And that's going to be really beautiful. It's not in that selfish, like I'm living for me type of way. It's in that I'm expressing my soul the way my soul needs to be expressed. And that's just so pretty. It moves us then to what we're leaving behind. And this is the Seven of Swords. We're leaving behind, lies and deceptions and things being out of balance. So that's going to be great for us, Sagittarius. It's also that sense of doubting ourselves, listening to people when we don't need to be listening to them. It's like, okay, who gives you the authority to rule over my life? That's going to be a really important thing. It's listening to your inner truth. It's listening to your inner guidance. That starts to really open up doors for you here, Sagittarius. And it moves us then to our strength. And this is the Four of Cups. Our strength during this time is going to be changing the way that we see things, changing what we like, how we're taking everything in. So the Four of Cups in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, right, is a person looking at four cups, and then this other cup, floating before them, spiritually coming forward. So we're very busy, Sagittarius, looking at things a very certain way. And our greatest strength during this time is that ability, that childlike wonderment that's going to be around us, that's going to say, hey, look at it differently. And we're going to be like, oh, okay, like, why not? Why not give it a shot, right? Why not take that leap of faith, which we are going to find challenging, and look at it differently than we have been seeing it before. And then it moves us to our near future, which is the Page of Swords. This is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, right? We're in a Libra moon. We're talking about a Libra moon. This brings forward the inspiration to us. This has us looking at things and asking the questions and kind of diving deeper. We have the Page, of Cups, the Page of Swords here. Both are around the mind. They're around the emotions, the mind. The Swords is the mind, Cups is the emotions. And we're going to see ourselves opening up more to our mind, more to what it is that we want, but also our heart is talking to our mind. Our heart is talking to our brain, which is what it does, physiologically speaking as well. And we're going to see that we're looking at what it is that we love, and we're finding balance in what it is that we love and bringing the beauty forward into our world. We can get very caught up, Sagittarius, where things have to be very factual. Things have to follow a certain line. We want to know the whys and the how comes about everything and diving deeper and deeper and deeper. And sometimes we don't know when it's deep enough, right? We don't know when to say, okay, let's bring this forward, because too much, people won't be taking it in. So here, there is the sense of like, pretend you're talking to a child, explain it to a child, and see how they'd receive it. So that's going to be very important during this time where you're having this, it almost feels like you're having this conversation with somebody. And again, it can be a loved one who has passed, or, a spirit guide, but you don't realize it at the time, but you're having this conversation. It's kind of like, okay, well, dummy it down. I don't understand. And they're giving you really valuable advice during this moon, during this time period. So take it in because it's really cool. It moves us then to the advice, which is the Ace of Pentacles. This is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of prosperity and success. You're taking it, right? Because at the heart of this whole entire reading, here is the Knight of Pentacles. And it's like, I'm taking this gift, I'm running with it, I'm going forward, I'm going after what it is that I want, but I'm learning to plant seeds. You're learning to plant seeds. And if you listen quietly, Spirit's going to be guiding you. And Spirit's going to be guiding you in like, even kind of like as like, planting seeds, kind of like on the theme of what seeds to plant in your garden. What things do you want to grow? How do you want to move things forward? You'll be getting messages like, hey, you know what? Vegetables are really expensive at the store. Maybe you go to the farmer's market. Like maybe you look at things this way and you start to see things more like things popping up around you, but it's like it was grown around you and it's growing around you and it's blooming around you. And that's going to be really cool. So there's going to be something here where it's like, it's connecting you with the land, which is connecting you with like the power of Mother Earth, which is opening up doors and insights to you in ways that like you hadn't experienced before, or you hadn't expected. And it brings us then to the environment, which is the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is, okay, the Queen of Swords can be tough love. Like this could be a person who they just speak their mind, right? They're not going to sugarcoat it. They shoot straight. They're like, I'm going to give it to you straight. That's just how it is. If you can't take it, if you get annoyed at it, fine. And they can get really frustrated back at you that they're giving you this really good advice and you're not listening. So do be mindful about that, because there is going to be someone, Sagittarius, where, oh my gosh, do you get annoyed at that? Like you want to put your fingers in your ears and go la 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 when they speak. That's the imagery that Spirit is giving me. But when you step back and think about it, you're like, man, that was a good point. It just wish it was presented differently. And this person is like, I don't have time for this. This is how it is. Like it, don't like it, fine. I don't care anymore. So just be aware of that. That's coming through so powerfully. And it's rather funny, the dynamic between you two. All right. And here with the Queen of Swords as well, you are diving into deeper knowledge of things. You're knowing your strength though. You're knowing what you put in your 10,000 hours into. And you're like, no, I'm darn good at this, right? I'm excelling. The Queen of Swords does not back down. And that's why she can get the rap as the, witchy, but with a B, kind of queen in the tarot, because she's like, no, I did this. Now, yes, you can have a person around you, and I'm not really seeing it this way, but because this is a general reading, you can have a person around you who's very manipulative with their words. But what I see is that you've come out of times where words have been manipulated around you. Thoughts have been manipulated around you. You believe somebody's lies for way too long. And that's why that's what's passing away here with the Seven of Swords. It's like, oh gosh, I'm done with that. Like absolutely done with that. And now I move forward. Now I have the wisdom on my shoulders. I am moving forward in guidance, but also like, don't tell everyone. Here with the Queen of Swords, she has a mask on her face. And it's a lighter mask, right? It's not coming through like, oh, wow, she's wearing a mask. It's a gentler mask. But people aren't going to necessarily always see the real you. There's always going to be something a little bit hidden, a little bit mysterious, a little bit like, no, this is for my eyes only, which brings you a level of mystique, which brings you a level of intrigue that, it can frustrate some people, but most people are going to find it like, oh, there's just a bit of a mystery around you. And I like that. It brings us then to our hopes and our fears, the Two of Cups. Oh, are you hoping for a relationship? I mean, this is the moon for it. This is the moon for it. Or you're hoping to connect deeper in love with the person that you're with. This is the moon for it. So the Two of Cups is love, it's balance, it's coming into harmony of self. It's looking at things, and you're going to find that it's not only like, oh, I'm falling into a relationship, but this is love and healing that's going to be around many, many different aspects of your life. So healing your body, healing your soul, healing yourself. And you're like, oh, this is rather cool. Like things will pop up in your life from this moon forward, or like around the time of this moon that you're like, oh, wow, that's really healing. Like, oh, wow, that's really like, that's wild. And it brings us then, and it brings you into balance. Now it brings you into the outcome of, okay, so is it the best outcome? The Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is overthinking, overanalyzing, being way too much in your head. But what I'm seeing here is like the outcome is, oh my gosh, I kept me caged. It's not like, oh, I have to overanalyze this. It's like, oh my gosh, it kept me caged. Like I kept me small. And it doesn't mean that there weren't other people that absolutely positively, played into that. And you didn't go through really hard times and really challenging situations. But they took up real estate in your mind, and it made you worry, and it made you fear, and it made you doubt yourself. And it made you diminish your own talents because it was like, oh, I can't possibly be great. And Spirit's like, why? Why can't you possibly be great? Think about it. Ruminate. You are a fantastic thinker. Spirit is not saying like, oh, don't think, just always act. No, that causes its own troubles. And we see that with very immature, like Leo energy, for example. But here, with the, and also with Aries energy, we can see it with immature Sagittarius energy, fire energy that just tends to act and not think. And then we can kind of go to the other extreme and then think and not act. And it becomes all thought. And until the thoughts are perfect, it cannot move forward. So just be mindful about that. It's a thing, right? And it's a normal thing. So don't think, oh my gosh, this is terrible. But with the Eight of Swords, the outcome is like, okay, either I can keep on thinking and keep myself, small, or I can free myself from this cage and realize that, the ropes weren't tight, right? I wasn't, yeah, it's like, I'm safe, right? I'm not going to be hurt. I'm safe. Whereas before, it really did feel, and you might have very much experienced something, like, especially when you were younger, or somebody else had power. And it was like, you were a prisoner of your own mind because you had to overthink, you had to overanalyze to keep things harmonious, to keep things safe. And now, with the healing, with the power of you coming through, and I would say walking away from that situation, I see it as you've already have. If you haven't, because again, this is a general reading. This is your call. This is your call to be like, nope, I choose me. I choose me. And now it's time to walk forward and embrace your mind and your voice and really let yourself shine forward. Shine, because you're going to be surprised. You're going to be surprised that people are like, wow, that's really good. Like, oh, I never thought of it before. And you're like, yeah, this is cool. This is cool. All right, so let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Oh, this is the crane. And it says, you will soon enter into a beneficial partnership. Luck and longevity blesses this union. And it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, though we tend to think of that when it comes to partnership. It can be any type of partnership. It can be a friendship. It can be a business partnership. Wherever we are in our life, we're entering into that. We're entering into that partnership, and it's opening up the door. So that is really quite beautiful. It moves us then to our chakra energy. Oh, goodness. These two just fell right out. So this is Mother Earth. This is the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below our crown. No, below our feet. There we go. And then we have the Lovers, which is the heart chakra. So lead with love. That's always going to be your best bet, especially during a Libra moon. And then Mother Earth with the Earth Star chakra is ground yourself in love. Let love guide you forward. Let love guide you forward, but let your connection with the earth guide you forward. The earth is not always loving, giving, sacrificing energy. It's just not, right? The earth is also tornadoes and hurricanes and blizzards. And the earth can be quite fierce, right? It's droughts. It's too much rain. So here, and that all affects crops. Here it's looking at things and it's saying, I don't have to be perfect. I don't always have to be sacrificing in order to be connected with the earth. But I do have to walk gently. And I do have to, look at this bond that we have that guides me forward. And if you come forward in love, especially if you present that love to the earth, it's like, this is my gift to you. It's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful way to move forward. It moves us then to, am I hitting my stand? Sorry about that. It moves us then to the energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And this is strength. So yeah, you remember when we were talking about, I don't remember what it was here, but it said like immature Leo energy came out first. And then I think that's so funny because the strength card represents Leo energy. So you might be, dealing with a very immature Leo. So just be aware of that. Yeah, because Spirit said, I told you immature Leo. And it's like right here, proving it again. So don't doubt me. All right. Very firm on that. So that's very big confirmation for whomever is going through that situation. But this is also strength through kindness, strength through love. And this is somebody who's trying to make it through strength through brute force. I can make you bend to my will. And it's like, no, you can't. No. So let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So we have nourishment. Oh, I'm supposed to turn these over. So we'll do the reveal. We'll play the game. Okay, there we go. Angels Spirit, show me clearly. Guide this reading. I think I just turned these all over. Did them all right side up? I can't even remember. Wow. Sometimes Spirit does that. Sometimes Spirit just like, you do the readings and you're not even like you, like me, myself, Dane. It's like a separate person does them and it's wild. It's so cool. Okay, let's see this. Angels, because it's Spirit. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly. Angels and Spirit guides. Angels. Okay. So we have nourishment, we have beginnings, and we have extreme. So the nourishment is the beginning. Be mindful of the extremes. Like, be mindful of the extremes. Be balanced within yourself. Because what you are doing is you're nourishing the beginnings, and extremes are going to come. So it's not like, oh my gosh, this is going to be awful. No, it's like things are going to get more intense, more fiery, more, like it's going to get hotter. And it doesn't mean that it has to be bad. It's like the extremes can be really enjoyable, but it is going to get more intense. So just be aware of that. It moves us then to prosperity lies ahead, and it absolutely does. It is a time for healing. It is. It is a time for you to look at what you want, Sagittarius, and to let yourself heal from the lies and from like believing of those lies. Because there's almost a sense of like forgiveness coming forward and healing and cleansing. It moves us then to the answers you need are coming, right? Because there's all that knowledge that's coming forward, and a new start is coming. This is like, I would circle this date, in your diary, in your calendar, wherever it is that you track things, right? Or like put a star in it on your phone, because you're going to see from this moon forward, right? New beginnings have happened, like new doors have opened up, like things start coming your way, and you're like, whoa, what? The doors have been closed, and it's going to get you a little ticked, because it's like the doors have been closed for so long. I have struggled. What the heck is this? But then you know what you say? Thank you. Say thank you, because don't argue with Spirit when it's like, oh, you don't want it? It's like, no, I want it. Thank you very much. It's like a little kid being like, what? You made me wait for so long for cake, and now I get to have cake? And he's like, well, do you want the cake? He's like, yes, I want to eat all the cake by myself. Thank you. So yeah, eat all the cake by yourself. And in here, our subconscious Spirit message is the Kingfisher. And it says, prosperity is flowing. I love that. Prosperity is flowing. That's what exactly Spirit was saying. Have faith that you will receive it in its proper form. Because it's going to come to you again in like these weird ways where you're like, what? I haven't heard from that person in years. What? I didn't even think of that. And it's like, it just starts flowing in. And it's like, wow. Like you might have to say no to some things because you're like, no, that's not what I want to do. Like, that's not me. But it's like, but the prosperity is coming, right? The doors have been opened. The blockage is gone. It moves us then to our chakra energy, which is communication, the throat chakra. Say what it is that you want. A lot of times we're afraid to say what it is that or we're like, oh, it'd be really nice if, no, say it. Because then you can get it, right? Then you can get it. If Spirit's like, I don't know, they're not sure, so I'm not sure. Say what it is that you want and go after it. It moves us then to the energy to be mindful of. And you're going to try and take on a little bit too much. So just be aware of this. You're going to get really good at juggling things, and you're going to get in this groove, and you're like, wow, I got everything going. I got this going on. And then you're going to add too much, and then you're going to shut down. It's going to be like, it's too much. I don't want to do this anymore. So just be aware. Just be aware. You're going to add too much on. And then you have to scale back because you'll see it. You'll like kind of like retreat into yourself. It's like, I don't want to do this anymore. And it's like, no, it's not that you don't want to do that. It's that it's too much. Scale back and then move forward, because that's going to be really good for you. It moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, which is the Ace of Swords. It is another gift that you are absolutely taking because you have the Queen of Swords right here. And so this is a gift from God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, of knowledge, of power of voice, of insight, of creativity. You have prosperity coming forward, and you have your voice being absolutely empowered and almost blessed. It's kind of like, I'm just hearing like kiss the Blarney Stone. It doesn't... Right? That means that you have a way with words, right? You're a really good talker. It doesn't mean, because, I also hear that sometimes where people, because spirits say like, it's not about lying, right? It's not like, oh, this person's a con artist type of thing, where it's like, oh, they just have this way of words and they can spin these tales and it doesn't mean anything. You have this way with words and you can bring these stories to life, and it means everything. It means everything. So just be aware of that, because I wanted to make really clear that it's not the negative part of it, which I'm not even sure if I'm right about the negative part of it, but that's what Spirit is saying to me. It's saying this. So just be aware of that. Our subconscious Luna message is faith. Oh, goodness. And my great grandma's runner coming up. I love that. That's confirmation that she's here. Oh, because that hasn't happened before. It's faith, and your hard work is paying off. Have faith. Like, let yourself be guided forward. Your hard work is paying off. You've got this. You've got this, kid. That's what Spirit is saying. You've got this, kid. Like, stop doubting. All right. All right, Sagittarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this moon and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Sagittarius. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed moon. Bye.